Welcome to the DAPs Magic broadcast for the Disneyland 60th event. This is going to be the unveiling of the Diamond Celebration at the Disneyland Resort, something that we've been, many of us, looking forward to since they unveiled or finished the 50th nearly 10 years ago. It was actually a little bit less than that. And tonight from Disneyland, they will be doing a special event on Main Street, USA, which comes as no surprise as the castle currently is under renovation for a new look. It's going to get a diamond look. That look has been going on around the internet and everywhere else. That if you've been following on Instagram, Twitter, all of that kind of stuff, you've been able to see that. Things are just about to get started. It's looking like. Right in front of Town Square, if you know where Christmas Tree Point is, that's where the events will be taking place. There's been a big screen there. There's been a lot of construction going on throughout the day. And we hope to give you the most in-depth coverage this evening of what's going on. I'll be joined by Murray in a little bit as soon as he can get here. As you know, it's not always easy to make things work with work schedules and all of stuff like that. And then what we also have is our live blog happening. If you're watching on dapsmagic.com/live, you can see that right below me. And right there is where you'll be able to see what's being covered from just about everybody. We'll be posting things throughout the evening as this event does happen. And we're looking forward to seeing what they do have to offer for us at the Disneyland Resort. But for now, it's just a big waiting game as we look forward to what is going to be happening with the 60th. There's been quite a bit of speculation about what will be happening in this coming year, whether it's a new parade, fireworks, all sorts of different things. Right now, they're kind of getting things lined up on Main Street. They're combining the press and the bloggers so that they're all one big happy family right in front of that screen where, if you've been at Disneyland, it's right where the Christmas tree has been for the last few years, last 59 and a half years. And they're just waiting. This is what happens for a lot of these things, is you get to wait and hurry up and wait some more. And then we get to see if all of this hype is going to be worth the last few years of really, we've gone Spanish all of a sudden, apparently. I have no clue what that means, but hopefully it's not something too bad, and we'll let you know on that. And we'll keep watching for that. But currently we are waiting for something exciting to happen right there on Main Street, USA, and we will get that to you as soon as we possibly can. And it looks like it's just the big waiting game. We'll see who's going to be introducing everything. And oh, there we go. I apparently am getting tweeted in Spanish, and that's just not something that I'm used to all the time. We will get you any video that we can pulled into our page, so I would encourage you to go to dapsmagic.com/live, because we are working with very limited technology. And so our goal is to make it so that you don't have to search everywhere, and you can have everything for you in one place as this special event happens. And you can follow along with the Disney Parks blog and Twitter and everything else, just as we're doing, and have it all in one place. And enjoy this exciting thing. And we're playing the waiting game just like everybody else currently at the moment. And we're looking forward to seeing what is happening as things start to get rolling. And it's going to be a very fun thing. There's going to be several announcements that we anticipate that we're not going to tip our hats too soon, and we'll just hope that these things happen the way that we'd like to see them happen. And we will also be reporting them as they do. As you know, they are going to be posting on the Disney Parks blog tonight. They're also going to be posting on the Disneyland Twitter, the official Twitter for Disneyland, and not the interactive one that's more utilized by guests daily, which is Disneyland Today. So if you're on Twitter, I would go to just the Twitter that's for Disneyland, which is just Disneyland, as opposed to Disneyland Today, because I believe that is the one that they'll be utilizing along with the Disney Parks blog. And they're still currently waiting. This isn't a huge surprise. A lot of these things tend to not happen as quickly as we would like. And I'm getting all sorts of messages that apparently my Twitter link showed up in Spanish. What can I say? I'm just talented. I don't actually speak Spanish. I took French in high school and college. So if I don't know, apparently we have something really exciting going on with our Twitter as well. Uh, I'm looking through here on the Twitter feeds, and I'm seeing lots of people hurrying up and waiting, which is really quite impressive. And I'm sorry, I don't know why we're in Spanish. Thinking back 10 years ago, as we were getting to hear the announcements of what was coming up for the 50th anniversary, it was a lot of fun because we got to hear about a new parade called Parade of Dreams. We had no clue what it would be early on, and as we heard more about it, it got more exciting. And I think for a lot of us, we can remember that first time we were able to see Parade of Dreams. For me, it was, I believe, May 5th in 2005, and getting to wait and feel the anticipation of all the other guests as there were thousands upon thousands of them crushing into the park and crushing onto the parade route, and then in the evening crushing into anywhere you could see fireworks. And it really is something that's a lot of fun to experience together, and we're excited that we're all getting to experience that together tonight as well. And it's looking like there's a lot of tweeting going on about looking forward to everything getting posted, and we're getting more comments about being in Spanish, and it's actually fun to be watching all of these people tweeting from all around the world, not just Disneyland in California, but I've seen people from Europe and other places throughout the world tweeting speculations about what it is, from things as big as new fireworks and attractions to things as little as getting rid of hand stamps, which I kind of like the hand stamps personally. It doesn't happen that often that I use them, but I like trying to figure out who they are. And we just got new ones, so I don't think the hand stamps are going anywhere. We are continuing to watch that Disneyland feed and hope that something goes live very soon. But currently, it's a hurry up and wait, and it doesn't look like things are getting started yet. But with all of the technology and different details that have to go into these special events, it's not a huge surprise that we aren't going as quickly as we thought we are. The question is asked, hey, DAPs, what would happen if Walt was live? I don't know. I don't think that I'm smart like that to think that I would know exactly what Walt Disney would do. I could probably guess, but I'm not that qualified. They still are not updating the parks blog yet, and they're we're just going to hurry up and wait like everybody else, and hope that something starts soon. And in the meantime, you can keep checking out the live blog below me. And what these people have gotten to do tonight is they do so far tonight is they got to experience Freeze the Night, and that's the dance party, DJ, ice freezing, all of that fun stuff. My favorite part of that is the ice sculpting. I guess they sculpted an Olaf tonight. They also were able to experience Snowfest with Olaf and his it's basically a big thing of snow that's kind of like a sand castle. So they were able to go hang out in there, get fed, get some special treats. And that started earlier this evening. And then at about 7:30, they were moved over to the Disneyland side of things on Main Street, where I'm sure they've been frantically setting things up since the park closed at 6 o'clock tonight, an early close. And I was informed by some people they were actually blocking windows on Main Street and having cast members leave through the back of the street so that they wouldn't see what was being set up on Main Street. I don't know if that's true or not. That's an unconfirmed thing, but that's apparently what was going on. And now what's going on is a lot of people are waiting, and it's really, it's one of those things that just happens. We get to wait for these things, and having done a few of these events where I've sat there and been waiting for hours on end as well, that's just the name of the game. And that's what Disney it's just kind of one of those costs for having the quality that Disney has. And we're asking for an update on the new Carousel of Progress. I would love a new Carousel of Progress. That would be so cool. And I'm loving watching all of these people speculating about what's coming next and where we're going next and what we will be seeing. but nobody knows yet. So 10 years ago, we jumped back, and we are thinking about a new parade. We hear, hey, there's going to be new fireworks, and then rumors start coming out. And this was a lot of fun 10 years ago. Was we started to hear these rumors that maybe they would start shooting fireworks from all around the outside of the park, or maybe they'd start doing this, and maybe they'd start doing that. And it's interesting because some of those rumors obviously came true, and it wasn't exactly all around the park, but it was all around the hub. And we were able to watch that first time remember dreams come true. For me, we actually watched it from the Grand Californian on May 4th, the first night, which we didn't get the music or anything like that, but it was a lot of fun to watch. And I remember I bought a new camera for the event, and just kind of it was geeking out. What am I saying? We were geeking out about this new show and what was coming to Disneyland. And we just really didn't know, because we didn't have all of the Twitters and everything else that is in the world today. We didn't have Instagrams and all of that stuff. And so there was a slower movement of information. And then I remember getting up insanely early. I don't really know why we had the hotel room, and making our way over to the Disneyland entrance, where we waited with thousands of other, and we were one of the first people in, and getting to experience all the excitement of that morning. I did just get asked who drew the Disneyland castle behind me. Haley the Hatter, last night after we recorded Geeks Corner. I asked her to do something special behind me, and she took a little brochure thing on her phone and drew that by hand in about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. She's insanely talented, and I can't even draw a stick figure. So thank you, Haley the Hatter. We appreciate it a lot. And it looks like I'm hearing over here, nothing will beat the Year of a Million Dreams. That was a lot of fun too. And I think it was different when A Million Dreams came along, just because by then it was different changes, and it wasn't as much of an unknown. The 50th for me was really the first time that Disneyland completely changed the park, as when I was an adult, in a way that I could remember looking at it and going, wow, this is completely different than anything I've seen before. Remember, they painted everything gold pretty much everywhere you went. They had those awesome collages that we were able to send in our photos, and I remember going and tediously searching through those collages to find my photos, because at least they told us that we were in a collage, and so then we could go look for those photos that we did in the collages. It'd actually be fun if you were in one of those collages and have that picture. It'd be kind of fun if you would tweet at us at DAPs_magic. The picture that you had, along with the picture or the collage that it was in at Disneyland. That could be a fun kind of thing to do as we continue to wait. I see a tweet here that's from, it's kind of a meme, I guess you could say, from Airplane, that show, and it says, due to technical difficulties, all Disneyland 60 announcements have been canceled. Obviously not true. And we're hearing now that it will be dark in a couple of minutes at Disneyland, and the announcements will begin. And people are blogging away like crazy. Twitter is blowing up like crazy. And hopefully we will have some news to report in just a minute or two. Let's see if the Disney Parks blog has updated yet. I'm not seeing anything there yet. So obviously that's not happening right on the dot at 8 o'clock, since we're now at 8:14. And really, you want to hear about what's happening at Disneyland this coming year. There's lots of speculation I'm seeing on the YouTube page. Can you dance right now? No, I cannot. Viva Vegas, you do not want to. There's a lot of different things that could happen, and that will be a lot of fun to see what really does happen. And let's check here again. Looks like the video. Well, thank you, Jenny Ray. I'm hoping my face is okay to look at tonight. And it sounds like the event is beginning to roll as the video announcement begins at Disneyland Resort and the internet explodes. There's lots of predictions going on, from magic bands to more Frozen to I'm seeing Electric Parade right here again. And right now they're playing a video that's looking back at the history of Disneyland. And so it's showing many different pictures of attractions that are no longer around, and it's a fun nostalgic look. Hopefully this will be posted online by Disneyland. We're not getting as much as we had hoped to, so that we could be sharing this with you as well. We'll hopefully have some videos on our page. Disneyland is saying, get ready to be dazzled. And the Disney Parks and Resorts chairman, Tom Staggs, is now taking the stage to share with us what's going to be going on and what new things that we can hear about in the coming year. I think you're probably right. We'll hear a little bit about Grizzly Air Peak and things like that as we hear from Tom Staggs the updates of what we get to hear in the coming year at Disneyland and get to see, I guess, at the coming year at Disneyland. I am still looking at the parks blog for those of you that that was your source of news tonight, and I'm not seeing anything updating there yet live, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. And we will we'll continue to check there to see their updates. But there is currently no updates happening there at the parks blog. And looking at the Disneyland Resort official Twitter, they're still at the Disneyland 60 Unveiling event is about to begin. So we will be looking with our good friends at Babes in Disneyland and their team that are helping us cover here tonight. And we're looking forward to the different things that they get up as they can get them up. If you haven't checked them out, they're at babesindisneylandblog.com. And they're absolutely fantastic. And I've loved working with them in the past. As I mentioned before, Tom Staggs is up there getting ready to share about the announcements of what's going to be coming this year for Disneyland. And I love that everybody is sharing that he's on the stage, but let's hear what he's actually saying. I would love to find that out right now. And it looks like he's reminding us that Disneyland is where the magic began. It's interesting because Tom Staggs is one of the people that speculated that could potentially take over the Walt Disney Company someday, him and Jay Rasulo. And you never know when that announcement or if that announcement will be made anytime soon. But Tom Staggs is definitely one of the people that could be in line to become the next CEO of Disneyland. And it'll just be a matter of time until that comes out. The Disneyland 60 event, we do have something to report. Finally, will officially kick off on May 22nd. That actually goes a lot in line with what a few of us were speculating about, looking at the schedules for different attractions reopening and World of Color and things like that. So the official kickoff we can announce is now May 22nd, 2015, as announced by Disney Parks and Resorts Chairman Tom Staggs. And there's your first bit of news for tonight. It might not be the biggest thing in the world, but it's something. And it looks like, yep, everybody's busy looking at all of their Twitters and everything else. And it's amazing how we have about 6,000 people, it feels like, saying the exact same thing on Twitter, which is why we're here to hopefully sift through all of this and bring that in. I'm hoping there will be an announcement about World of Color. I just saw your tweet there, and that would be a fantastic thing to hear and have some of those rumblings confirmed as well. There's a lot of speculation too on if there will be a 24-hour day, or if it'll be a 60-hour day, or if it'll be even a day at all. We don't really know at this point, and that will be just something we're going to have to wait in the next few minutes, and hopefully it gets announced very soon, and we'll hopefully get more news. There is going to be a special World of Color. It looks like they're going to be announcing right now, and we've got one tweet on that, and I'm trying to see if we can find this on the blog and see if that is working at this point. Yeah, I don't see anything on the Disney Parks blog. I'm really not sure exactly what is going on with that, but we don't seem to be live streaming or live anything on the Disney Parks blog. We're looking there. Just checking out the Disneyland Twitters, and I'm not seeing anything there either. So we'll go back to our friends that are sitting there on Main Street listening to all of this. And it does look like we will be getting a special World of Color called Celebrate that will debut also on May 22nd to be a part of the celebration for the 50th anniversary. And it will be honoring Walt Disney, and it'll be a lot. I can't wait to see this. Actually, I think this is one of the beautiful things about World of Color, and is that it is something that you can switch. It's not like Phantasmic that it would be a massive job to switch different parts of it, but this will be officially called World of Color: Celebrate the Wonderful World of Walt Disney. And I think that's going to be a fantastic connection with the past, and also looking forward with this new type of technology. And that's something I feel like they've done really well with in the last few years with Disney California Adventures. You look at the story that they're building, and the and just how they're connecting the old stuff with the new. And we are now getting an update here that is on the Disney Parks blog that was just posted by Sean Slater, who's saying that continuing in the world of the tradition of innovation, immersive storytelling begun when Walt Disney opened Disneyland on July 17th, 1955. The Disneyland Resort Diamond Celebration showcases 3 electrifying new shows that will take you to the worlds of Disney stories like never before. So Tom Staggs and Steve Davison are just announcing this. And the first one is the World of Color show as well. And it looks like that's the first of 3 new shows that they're going to be announcing tonight. So speculation obviously could be with that we will also be hearing about a potential new parade, and then also potentially new fireworks as well. We are now hearing that both the Carthay Circle and Sleeping Beauty Castle will get diamond overlays, which is something that's probably not super surprising, but the Carthay Circle half of it might be at the restaurant there, I'm assuming, is what will be getting the diamond overlay. And that'll be kind of a fun thing to see. And I will just say, if you're at Disneyland on May 22nd, we'll see you there, because that will be a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the finished product of the castle. I've seen some artwork up there, and we'll hopefully have some artwork up as quickly as we possibly can. And the artwork for the castle looks pretty. It's tasteful. It's very nice. And now we can officially announce that Paint the Night Parade will be coming to the Disneyland Resort. It will be a fantastically beautiful parade that will be making its way along the parade route. It looks like we've got Tinkerbell, we've got some Pixar friends along. Looks like I see Mac the Truck, and Monsters Inc. friends as well. It uses a lot of LED lights, so it's not the return of the electric parade, but it's the new generation of that, and it'll be musical and magical and all of those kinds of things. We'll have Tinkerbell, it says here, Beauty and the Beast, Cars, Little Mermaid, Monsters Incorporated, Toy Story, and Frozen. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and they're continuing to live update us as the night goes forward. And I'm personally looking forward to this parade a lot. I think it's going to be really fun to watch, a lot of fun to photograph, and I think that for me is going to be one of the highlights of the year. The next one that we should be hearing coming out, I'm expecting, is yeah, I just saw somebody post on Twitter that Mac is going to be huge. I've thought of that, and I really do think it will be interesting to see Mac coming down Main Street, and that will be just a inside thing. Now, I am pleased to report that there will be a new fireworks show called Forever, and that will be starting, I'm assuming, on May 22nd as well. And we will, here we go, fireworks Disneyland Forever Fireworks Spectacular has just been officially announced, and it looks fantastic. Looking at the artwork that's been going on here, that's showing on the Disney Parks blog that is now updating. Disneyland Forever envelops you in an enthralling, breathtaking journey like never before, leveraging the largest installation of projection mapping technology in a Disney park and surprising special effects. Main Street USA and several other Disneyland park locations become a magical canvas, taking us into a world of dreams. From flying above the London skyline from Peter Pan to a dance with King Louie in the Jungle Book. Disneyland Forever also features 2 original songs, the theme Live the Magic, and the inspiring closing song Kiss Goodnight, written by Disney legend Richard Sherman. It sounds to me like they're going to do this quite well. I'm going to continue reading. Walt Disney said Disneyland will never be completed as long as there imagination left in the world. As Disneyland Forever caps off each evening of this once-in-a-lifetime celebration, we discover Walt's inspiring words still hold true today. Disneyland will continue to be the home to all of our dreams and adventures forever. They're going to continue to have more updates over the next few months about this, they're saying as well. I think looking at this artwork, it's going to be absolutely beautiful and fantastic. And I'm looking forward to taking it. And I have no clue how we're going to be able to film that, because I just think this is taking all the technology from World of Color, Disney Dreams, you name it, all of these shows they've been working on for the last few years, and taking it to a whole new level in a completely new, and this is really going to be the most immersive fireworks show we've ever seen. And this is gonna, I think this is really gonna impress us. I'm looking forward to this more and more. This is going to be something you're not going to want to miss as we hear more and more. I think the most fun part about this will be, one, the anticipation, but two, that first time we get to hear the music for this new firework, Disneyland Forever. And I just think music is such an important part of all of these things that Disney's going to be releasing so far this year, whether it's the World of Color show or whether it's the fireworks or even the parade. They're going to be fantastic new soundtracks that I'm sure everybody's going to want to be downloading or buying, or and I know I will be wanting to. I think the projection mapping is going to create a completely new Disneyland firework pyrotechnical experience. I'm going to make the guess right here and now. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong on May 22nd that you're going to be able to experience that on Main Street, New Orleans Square, and then probably also up by It's a Small World is going to be the third place. I'm going to guess where these new types of technologies will be offered. And it will begin, as we mentioned, on May 22nd. And that's going to be when everything gets started. And that's going to be an absolute blast. I do see, I'm not a fan of projection mapping takeover at Walt Disney World. I'm going to give it a shot. I think it'll be a lot of fun to see. And most importantly, I think it's going to be the highlight for many Disney fans is the Richard Sherman song at the end of that. I can only imagine that first night, that people's reactions as they hear a song from Richard Sherman that's culminating a day of celebration for the Diamond Celebration for Disneyland. I think that's a fantastic thing for many people to look forward to as we look forward to this new year, 2015. What fantastic who cares about Walt Disney World? Just kidding, don't kill me. I won't kill you. I might just read your tweet online, that's okay, or as we're streaming, and that's an okay thing as well. But it's really going to be pulling together a lot of different types of technologies. And what's, I think, just as I'm talking off the top of my head here about this show, is we're going to have this new fireworks show that's completely it's going to have all of this new technology connected with music from one of the people that actually worked with Walt Disney. And what a fantastic connection to pull Richard Sherman's music with Steve Davison's vision for entertainment today, and watch the synergism that's going to happen with the two of these things. I'm personally really looking forward to this. I would say go get your annual pass if you haven't gotten it, and I would suggest you're probably going to need the top one, because the premium will probably be the only one that's not blocked out that day. If not, just be ready to pay some extra money to get in that day. It is looking like the event is wrapping up at Disneyland. We will be doing a follow-up show in a little bit where Murray will be joining me, and we'll be analyzing and really digging into what's going on with all of this. If this is indeed all of it is. It looks like these are our three big announcements for the night. There's no attraction announcements that they're making at this point. It doesn't look like we have any new dates for anything else currently, but we do have some beautiful artwork of the Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle, and then the Carthay Circle restaurant that are diamond encrusted and very classy. I will say, as I'm looking at this artwork, it's absolutely beautiful. It almost feels, with both of them, a little bit European to me. So it'll be fun to see these actually come to life and see what they look like, and through our own eyes and through our own cameras in the future. Yep, that's what it looks like. Mouse Planet is reporting that's it. There's no dates, no attraction news. They will be heading to a Q&A next, where they might be getting more information. But remember, this is the first event of the year where they're announcing stuff like this. This doesn't mean it's the last. It just means it's the first one. And so I think with that, it looks like this thing is wrapping up. It was fairly quick at about a half an hour. And there's some great news there. Some of it was expected and speculated about for several months now, and there's still other things that could be announced that have been hoped for. And we've been hearing some other things from different people in the park and stuff like that. And I think what's good about that is they're not giving away everything at once, so we have more to look forward to in the coming months, and that's going to make this event so much more fun as we get closer and closer to May 22nd. So I would expect more announcements in the coming months. I would keep your eyes open for any changes in the park. If they do anything like they did for the 50th, we will probably see diamonds popping up here and there, who knows where, throughout the park, not just on the castle or Carthay Circle restaurant. And then just enjoy all of this. That's what this is for. This is a celebration of Walt's dream 60 years later. I can't imagine what Walt was thinking and feeling 60 years ago today, knowing that in just a few short months, this construction area that he was working in would become the happiest place on earth. So we are going to wrap up our coverage for tonight. If you choose, you are more than welcome to check out our YouTube channel and subscribe. We'd love to have you. We will be posting videos of everything we possibly can this year. We will have those fireworks. We will have World of Color. We will also have Paint the Night. We'll also have all of the attraction updates. We've made it a goal to get a attraction ride through of every ride we possibly, or attraction we can, at the Disneyland Resort this year, and that's something that Murray and I are working on. So subscribe to our channel. Feel free to subscribe to dapsmagic.com. Check back with us. Follow us on Twitter, daps_magic. But for now, we're going to bid you adieu and wish you all a very happy night.